The next speaker is Mr. Chung Hon Hing. He's representing our party and contesting in Tampines GRC. He's a computing diploma holder and a business administrator. Although he's a newcomer in Singapore political arena, but he got a very concerned and elaborated view and opinion on various of the issues. And it's going to talk about the population problem and job opportunity in Singapore. 我们的下一位讲员呢是钟汉兴候选人，他代表国民团结党在丹宾尼集选区竞选。虽然他在新加坡的政坛里面是一个新人，但是他对我国的很多的政策和措施都有他独到的一些看法和建议。接下来呢，他将会针对我国的移民和人口问题以及工作机会这些问题提出他的一些意见和看法。我们现在就欢迎 Mr. Chung Hon Hing, please, Mr. Chung.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Chung Hon Hing. Let me start with a story. I think the most important thing that all of us face in Singapore, I'm sure every one of you will agree. So I will start with a story to make it easier for all of us to understand. I'm sure you know what is a fish tank, right? In a fish tank, for example, if Singapore is a fish tank, there's how many fishes? 2 million? 3 million Singaporeans? 5 million Singaporeans? Sorry, I'm not saying that we are all fishes, alright? But if we are a fish tank, I'm sure you know what I'm trying to tell you guys. The ocean is so big. You have the Pacific Ocean, the South China Sea. What other fishes do you want to put into Singapore? There are so many types of fishes. Since independence in 1965, Chinese, Malay, Indian and others have already learned to live together. How do we know? How do we know that we, Chinese, Malay, Indian and others in Singapore have learned to live together? How do we know? Thanks to all the other fishes that comes to Singapore. So much so that we know who is a Chinese Singaporean and who is the Chinese from other countries. We like them. We like the Chinese nationalists from other countries because they contribute to our economy. Same thing for Malays, Indians, and others. I'm sure all the Indians will know that we Indian Singaporeans are different from the Indians from other countries, just purely by looking at their dress code. Sometimes when you see a Chinese woman who walk past and you see her carrying an umbrella, will you think it's a Chinese Singaporean? No, right? So if we in Singapore is a fish tank, honestly, we are just one red dot. How can you crowd us with so many other fishes? Just like in a room, I have complaints from people that now, from the residents, that our rooms are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Just like we are going to follow Hong Kong and Japan. All your residents are growing smaller and smaller. Next time, our one-room HDB or our two-room HDB will become 500 square feet, 300 square feet. Do you want to live in that kind of environment? Well, I have people who say that there is a difference between Japan, Hong Kong, and Singapore. Because in Singapore, Singaporeans want to live in a comfortable 2-room HDB, 3-room HDB, 4-room HDB. But the foreigners that goes to Hong Kong and Japan, they are just going there to work. So they just work and then go home. Work, go home, and after some time, they will go back to their own country. Is this what's going to happen to Singapore too? Are all the foreigners that coming to Singapore to work, go home, work, go home, and then go back to their own country? If all the foreigners go back to their own country, then there will be a vacuum in Singapore. But what is the vacuum? Our rooms are so small. So I'm sure you all will understand the fish tank theory that I'm talking about. Our land are scarce. How much land can we reclaim? Next thing, related to this fish tank theory of overcrowding of other nationalities in Singapore. Basic demand and supply. When there are more people in Singapore, there is an increase in demand. So the supply must go up. But if the supply don't go up, then do you know what will go up? All those who go to wet market, bargain for food, for fishes, for crabs, for seafood, they will know. The price will go up. Because there will be too many people fighting for the same number of goods. The same number of fish in the wet market. The same number of HDB in the HDB market. The same number of condos in the private market. So naturally, the price will go up. That will cause our cost of living to go up faster than our standard of living. So this overcrowding will also affect our jobs. Naturally, I'm sure you heard of the saying, 大鱼吃小鱼. So if in Singapore we're all the small and obedient fishes, what will happen to us? We'll be replaced by foreign talent, not only from the higher echelon, not only from the management level, from the middle level, and also from the lower income level. I'm not shy to share with you. When I was in the school days in Singapore, I was also working as a waiter. For 1 hour, my pay is $3 per hour. I work full-time, I work part-time, more part-time than full-time, just to kill time. So if you have a lot of foreigners come in, they will replace even a simple job as a waiter. So I hope my fellow citizens of Singapore, we can have a good thought about this. Yes, we have 40 years of good life. But I think for the past 10 years, it's a struggle. And stop kidding yourself Don't say that it is for the better good. When you make yourself struggle, you should be happier. Are you happier? Obviously, I don't need to say. Anyway, if you are happier, then I bless you with your happiness.
Thank you.
Thank you.